It is July 8th, 2022, and Rainier is holding on to more snow than usual for this time of year, so we're gonna have some interesting conditions. The objective was simple: hike a big circle around Mount Rainier on the Wonderland Trail. But the reality was complicated by the conditions. When we picked up our permit from the Longmire Ranger Station, we were given a list of hazards that would await us as we made our way around the mountain. That list included the following: steep snow slopes around St. Andrew's Park, a key bridge out over the South Mowich River, an even more important bridge out over the Carbon River, which would force us to take the fully snow-covered Spray Park alternate, a steep snow slope near the top of Skyscraper Pass, and another steep snow slope near the top of Panhandle Gap. All of this in addition to about half of the trail being a snow-covered slog.
Okay, putting up the puffy and then I'm actually ready, promise.
We seriously are matching like heck right now.
This is my bear bait, I realize, because it smells so much like a blueberry.
And it matches your shirt.
Thankfully, day one was a mostly gentle introduction. We started off in pleasant low-elevation forests and gradually made our way up to the snow line after about 6 miles. Well, we have arrived at the snow line. It's funny, it's been a long time since I've actually hiked on snow, like spring, summer snow in the mountains. Last time I did it for any extended period of time was 2019 in Colorado when I was crossing the state on the CDT, June of a high snow year. I wonder how long it's going to take before I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? And ladies and gentlemen, that was the first post hole. Is this fun yet? For the second half of day one, we were on intermittent snow. Most of it wasn't too steep, but it still took a lot more energy than walking on dry trail. The snow-covered landscape was serene and peaceful. It really felt like a wonderland. Well, we're down out of the snow for now, back on some dry trail. Going to be coming up on the Tahoma Suspension Bridge soon. Joanna's been talking about that a lot, so it should be pretty cool. You just walked across the Tahoma Suspension Bridge faster than anyone else has ever done it. How do you feel? How did you prepare for this?
It is the most flat thing I've walked on all day.
The cool thing about sections like this, we're just on dry trail. It's completely smooth, snow-free, not really even any blowdowns, but I don't think we're going to see anybody on it because you have to get through those miles of snow to get here. Wonderland Trail to ourselves. Imagine that. Shortly after crossing the Tahoma Suspension Bridge, we found ourselves climbing back up into the snow, this time to be treated to our first up-close view of Rainier. It's hard to convey how massive and impressive this mountain looks up close. I had seen it plenty of times from afar, but never like this. That's where we're going, that little pass-like thing. Hello, it's the morning of day 2, and starting out with some unpleasant news. Joanna has decided that she does not want to continue on the Wonderland Trail. She had a severe back injury at the end of last year, and her back was starting to hurt a little bit. Feeling bad about the whole situation, but I'm gonna try to make the best out of it. So we're putting the micro spikes on for the first time because we are getting up above the tree line and higher elevation. The snow is a little bit firmer, so we want a bit more purchase, but hopefully it doesn't get too steep up ahead.
I think this beef jerky will get me through.
That's the line you're gonna go with? The beef jerky's gonna get you through? Not like your inner strength.
No, I have no inner strength right now.
Yeah, careful with that clumping. As we got moving on day 2, we quickly came closer to the first hazard on our list of hazards, the steep snow around St. Andrew's Park. Well, we've sort of reached our first kind of high-risk section, a traverse, as always. Traverses are always the riskiest kind of snow travel. You can see a faint path that somebody cut across the snow there, and then it keeps going down along there. We did it!
We did it.
It's pretty solid where I kicked, but it might break through elsewhere. Yep, this is St. Andrew's Lake. Damn, this is incredible. I see footsteps on the other side of the outlet, so that's encouraging. Oh my God.
Look, you can see where my butt was.
Yeah, Amy took a little slide. Thankfully the snow is pretty mushy, so easy to stop. Yeah, sorry about today. I didn't realize it'd be this rough.
Actually, I'm having fun.
You're having fun?
I'm having fun.
We're not making very good time, but we're having fun.
That's all that matters. This might be just as bad as earlier, I think.
Yeah, we might just be conditioned to it now.
Sorry. Almost there.
Almost there. You're good. Alright, you're good.
Oh my God, what a relief.
Good job.
Now look behind you.
We're in some spicy terrain. Oh yeah, plunge stepping.
Wow. That was a lot.
Alright, stop yourself.
Ow! Oh my goodness.
How was it?
That's some ice burn.
Your first mistake. Maybe pants would have been a good idea.
Oh my goodness.
Was that fun?
Yes, that was fun. I want to get in a post.
Oh God.
Was that on camera?
That was on camera. Did you get hurt at all?
My pinky toe's unhappy, but that's okay.
Welcome to the wonderful world of postholing.
Owie. I'm getting very up close and personal with snow today.
Yeah. So, remember yesterday when I said, I wonder how long it's going to take before I'm cursing the snow again, or something like that? This long, until right now. I'm having Colorado flashbacks, and I'm not happy about that. But Amy's getting to experience the joy of whatever the hell this is.
I wouldn't call it a joy.
And neither would I. But I hope that was some of the last of it, because I see... can we see a lot? See some dry trail ahead. I hope there's some dry trail ahead. We're back down into friendlier terrain. I just love the feeling of going from a harsh alpine environment down into a lush, calming forest. Feels safe and comfortable and safe and comfortable. Just look at how healthy the forests are. A lot of green out there. It's beautiful. And the bear grass is starting to come out. So we are approaching ford of the South Mowich River, which the rangers warned us the bridge was out and it might be a difficult ford, but we're here in the morning, so optimistic on that front. I take that back! This looks pretty bad! This spot here looks slightly more doable. We scouted up and downstream from the trail crossing to find the best spot. After testing several options, we settled on a spot where the river was braided into several smaller streams. The water was fast and above the knee, just on the borderline of reasonable. You did it.
Yes.
Spooky stuff.
No, it was fun.
Well, you heard it here first. Early season backpacking kind of sucks, but it's also kind of fun, depending on your attitude. And Amy, I might have a better attitude than me. We have arrived at, what is this?
Mowich.
We have arrived at Mowich Lake Campground, and There's a picnic table. Picnic table. Picnic table.
Dan's lost it.
Don't get that close.
Dan, tell me how you're feeling.
Every thru hiker knows that the best thing you can ever come across on trail is a picnic table and a bathroom. I'm gonna give a little bit of context as to why I'm so overjoyed to be sitting at this picnic table. So after we completed our ford of the South Mowich River, we encountered the North Mowich River, which on the map said it had a footbridge over it, so we weren't worried. But the footbridge was knocked sort of off kilter, so it would have been very difficult to walk on it. And so what we had to do instead was do a log crossing, which, you know, it was wide enough, but it was still a little high and over very fast water, so it was pretty frightening. And we didn't want to do it at first, so we scouted up and down stream, ended up doing some nasty bushwhacking, even tried to ford the North Mowich, but at that point it was too late in the day and it was moving really fast and deep. It was even worse than the South Mowich. So we knew we were stuck between these two rivers, the North and South Mowich, and we knew that we had to do this log crossing. Amy in particular had some difficulty with the log crossing, just getting over the fear of being over that fast-moving water, and broke down a little bit on the other side. It's turned out to be a real adventure after all. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy my picnic table. We've got a new view of Rainier this morning on our way up to Spray Park. We're up in Spray Park now. It's pretty nice. We're so lucky to have a bluebird day. I really think that the trail gods have smiled upon us. They saw everything we went through yesterday and said, "We will allow you to pass." Thank you, trail gods. Thank you. Should be some fun navigation up here. Looks like Spray Park is mostly snow covered as we expected. But with the excellent visibility and abundance of landmarks, should be pretty fun.
Hello there.
So we need to cross over all this, and then we're going to be going down the other side. Spray Park didn't end up being very hazardous, and it was a ton of fun with great views. The biggest challenge was the heat and intense sun. Almost there. We went through all of our water and were getting a little concerned until we found a beautiful trickle of snowmelt on the way down from the top of Spray Park. The descent was a little bit tricky, as we had to navigate precisely in order to avoid dangerously steep slopes. A little bit of snow burn.
Oh!
That is the Carbon Glacier.
Specialty buckwheat noodles.
Wow.
And it's so pretty.
What an incredible view right from our campsite. You know, I still almost can't believe that nobody else is out here right now trying a thru hike of the Wonderland Trail. And the result is we get everything all to ourselves, like this amazing campsite. So a couple updates this morning. We are back above the snow line, meaning we're back in the solar oven. Yesterday the sun was intense. Amy got a little burned because she didn't want to put on sunscreen. She put on sunscreen today. But she's dealing with a little bit of a overuse injury in the knee, so that is adding to our difficulty. So the goal today is just to make it to sunrise, where she's going to make a call as to whether or not she's continuing. So if you see her moving a little slower today, that's why. But anyway, we are on our way up to, what is it, Mystic Lake, I think. So we're gonna have a little bit of a steep climb coming up. It feels like just in the last 2 days, we have literally watched it change from spring to summer. We're now experiencing much patchier snow at the high elevations. It's much softer, mushier. The creeks are flowing more rapidly. The sun is intense at high elevation. Bugs flying around, pollen in the air. Starting to see more flowers. All in the span of a few days. Kind of incredible. We were almost to sunrise, where we would be picking up a resupply and meeting back up with Joanna. Only one obstacle stood in the way, and that was hazard number 4 on our list, Skyscraper Pass. Amy chose the talus slope instead of the snow crossing at Skyscraper. Are you happy with your decision?
Absolutely. We're almost down. Well, that's not true.
No, we're pretty close. It's a pretty cool pass though, and the views all around are excellent. Just saw a couple mountain goats too. So, pretty nice way to end the day. We'll be headed to Sunrise Camp soon. Do you wish there was more snow up here?
No snow.
At the end of day 5, we made it to sunrise late, slowed down by unexpected snow. We camped about a mile from the visitor center, where Joanna was waiting for us with snacks and a semi-snow-free campsite.
I'm back!
You're back on the Wonderland Trail. We just left Sunrise, and now we're at White River Campground. And
Here it is.
what do you have to report?
I'm just so proud of Dan and Amy for pushing through and doing this hike without me.
Why did you leave us?
I think that my body was just like, you need a break. And so I took one and now I feel great. I'm excited to be back and finish off the trail with them, or at least part of it. So, start of day 6 on the Wonderland Trail, and the dynamic has shifted yet again. We are not just joined by Joanna, but also Joanna's friend, Monique, and those two are going to hike with us from Sunrise, where we just left, to Summerland, and then hike back. Let's see the technique. It's a big one, I don't know.
Wow, amazing.
Oh, I don't think that was my best work.
It's okay, there will be more opportunities. Day 6 was just what we needed. We were mostly back down in the forest, and the trail was really smooth, allowing for some physical and mental recovery. Hiking with Joanna and Monique was a big morale boost. When we got to camp at Summerland, we were able to see a lot of the following morning's route, the climb up to Panhandle Gap. About to set off on day 7 of the Wonderland Trail. Not gonna lie, pretty tired. We are going up there to Panhandle Gap. Looking at our route going up, doesn't look too bad. It looks all low angle, but we did speak with the party who came down the other way, and I know that there is a very steep snowfield near the cornice at the top. But the good news is, once we're over that, it's just going to be probably a long slog through snow, you know, maybe for another 6-7 miles. Then once we're through that, we're in the clear. How are you feeling on our, well, it's not our last morning, but morning before our last tough day?
I am a little nervous because we can't see every part of the mountain, and I acknowledge that is kind of tough. It's gonna be and long, but I've been mentally and physically preparing for the last 2 days to get through this. So I'm pretty confident that I will reach Nickel Creek in one piece.
Good.
And if my mom is watching, I promise to be safe, and this is my decision. Oops. I just pointed at my mom.
So there's Panhandle, past there with the cornice. Don't have to go over the cornice. You might be able to see in the shade there. There's a line people have traversed across. The climb up to Panhandle was a low-angle slog in the sun, but the views on the way up were excellent. The cruxy snow crossing at the top was firm and steep, but the huge bucket steps from other parties crossing made it relatively uneventful. I knew that the bigger problem would be how Amy's knee would handle the 6 or 7 miles of snow that lay ahead.
I was on the verge of quitting 2 days ago because there was so much pain and I couldn't walk. But there's a thing that I tell myself to do whenever I'm in that situation. I keep telling myself to say out loud, "You're okay," every step I take. So 20 steps, "You're okay, you're okay, you're okay." 100 steps, and I think that day, I might have said it either out loud or in my head like 1,000 times. And then the second day, I learned how to walk with my injury. Anyway, today's gonna be pretty painful, I think, by the end, but right now I feel really good, and sort of at this like highlight of the trail, I just wanted to reflect on that and say thanks to Dan for getting me through it.
Right down the ridge. We were so close to being in the clear. We were through the list of hazards, but had one long section of snow left to get through. Amy had been so tough up to this point that I had faith she could make it, but it was an exercise in patience for both of us. So we're currently in the midst of our last extended snow section of the Wonderland Trail. It's this long snowy ridge line called the Cowlitz Ridge, and it's funny, like the Wonderland Trail doesn't do stuff like this too much, just ridge walking. Feels almost kind of CDT-like, so pretty cool though. No one's going out this way, so some fun navigation as well. looks like the view is so good that Amy fainted. Don't hit the tree.
Tiny tree. Dan, come look.
Joanna, can you explain to us how you're back on the trail?
Well,
In 100 words or less.
okay, so I went from Sunrise to Longmire via the vehicle, my orange Subaru Crosstrek, Tangerine to be specific. And then I stood there on the side of the road and went at cars. They didn't pick me up. I don't know why. And then I saw my dear friend Quinn. Yes, I do. And I said, do you want to give me a ride to this place right here? Sure. That's against the rules, I think, but I'll do it for you. And then I hiked up to Dan and Amy, who are here in front of me at Nickel Creek Campground. And amazingly, they made it by like 20 minutes later. So good. Oh. Yeah.
Last day.
Last day.
Final day on the Wonderland Trail. A lot has been said already, and I think we've pretty much covered everything, so I'm just going to enjoy these last 10 or so miles. And that was the Wonderland Trail in a high snow year. Well, we just walked around Mount Baker. Good job, everyone. Amy, you're walking awfully fast on this downhill. I thought you were injured.
I need to get off this trail.
That's it.